saying it's going to be a sunny, hot, and breezy day.
People went through a lot, and it takes time to rebuild.
A low of 65.
It takes time to rebuild our lives, but we're all trying to do that.
It's the lunch rush at the Miracle Cafe. Like clockwork, Jim and Fox, Eugene and Charles come in for a meal and a chat, fill the seats they thought they'd lost.
Quite a bit of damage done, but I was bound and determined that I was not going to let the tornado win. And so we made sure that we got open in 2011.
Open in a new building, but one with pieces saved from the old cafe in the oldest house in town.
All the woodworking in this room came out of the old house, the doors from the pie cupboard, the china cupboard itself.
Patched together, like the people here.
Everything went to the side.
Glued to each other by a shared history and a common goal.
We want our town back.
Exactly 1 year ago, an EF3 tornado swept through Reading, damaging 80% of the town's 200 buildings.
When it hit here, the grain elevator, the cafe, the post office, the bank, these were gathering points. Every one of those was gone.
But even in that devastation, folks here recognized their good fortune. The damage was to wood and siding, metal and plaster, all things that could be fixed for all but one.
It just feels kind of like you're on an island or something and nobody can reach you.
LaVonda Chesmore's husband, Don, was the only person killed in the storm.
He was a good guy.
When the tornado hit, they were in their trailer home with no time to get to safety.
We crouched down side by side between the bed and the dresser. And the next thing I knew, I had a piece of the bed on top of me, and he was over in the corner, almost outside. He was in the rain and in the hail.
Doctors said something hit Don's chest, killing him before he reached the hospital.
He'd never get up in the morning without telling me he loved me, never go to bed at night without telling me he loved me.
Even showing his love in the moments before the storm hit, wrapping LaVonda in a quilt beside him.
It's a little ragtag. It's got spots where it's dirty, but it still means a lot.
And she still sleeps under it every night, bringing Don into her new home in Topeka that he never got to share.
He would have loved this house.
On the land where Don died, a new home is now coming to life. A step forward LaVonda welcomes, strengthening her hope that even if her husband can't come back, Reading will.
It was a neat little town.
Plenty of people thought that with so much damage to such a small community, whatever was left of the town would simply fade away.
There were too many people that said, oh, Reading will never be back. And it just made us more determined to say, watch us. Just watch us.
I'm ready.
I've been here since the day after the tornado.
With an army of volunteers working nonstop to clean up, then build new homes, this one through Habitat for Humanity.
To see something actually being built back is quite exhilarating.
Bill Page has been working double duty, mapping out the recovery as a city councilman, while finding a new home for his own family.
We came out of our house, which was at the greenhouse. I mean, the roof was gone.
It was the same all down Main Street.
The post office was laying in a rubble of bricks. The school roof was damaged.
And here there was a real fear that the school's population would drop too low to keep it open.
In a lot of little towns, if they lose their school, they're pretty much turned into ghost towns.
But Reading fought back and reopened with 6 more students than they'd closed with.
We can work with you to figure something out. Yeah.
Jobs secured at the restored grain elevator, flattened but now humming again.
I feel so blessed that I'm able to be a part of this community.
And next door,
I can walk a few blocks down the street and be with friends.
the pieces are fitting together again.
We're just lucky to be here, you know.
And holding tight, no matter what comes next.
We're all just trying to get to the same place. Maybe we're not all taking the same road, but we're all trying to get to the same place, which is our hometown, back where we want to be.
In Reading, Alice Barr, KCTV 5 News.